to talk about shadow build for a little bit in this video. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about a little bit of some shadow destro build action, man. I don't play it a lot, but some of you have asked me about it before, and I thought I might give you my thoughts and opinions about the destro build. Anyway, hey there, this is Mr. Easy for Life. I'm back at you guys once again with another Blade and Soul video, and today talking about some shadow destro action. So let's get right to it. So let's see here, if I go to my shadow build page, let me just make sure my build is correct. Let's see. You can copy this build too if those of you who are interested and want to become a shadow destro. Me personally, I'm an earth destroyer, right? So that's what the fuck? I'm an earth destroyer, so I don't really, you know, do shadow a whole lot for the obvious reason and whatnot. So, oh, there we go. And yeah, okay. For the shield doesn't really matter. I mean, I kind of just look at it. I go with this one because of the short cooldown, but in raids I actually use this one for the damage reduction, right, for my party members, as well as this one is for PvP. But I just use this one for the cooldown. It works just fine for me in PvE, especially with the Hung Moon skill, right? You can see all the benefits. If I don't have the Hung Moon skill, that's how much benefits I lose from it. But yeah, those of you wondering, because I know some of you will use this one or use that one all the time. This is the whole reason why I use this one. Anyway, alright, a little bit of... hang on, what the fuck am I wearing? There we go. Take that off. Yeah? Okay. Alright, a little bit of shadow. First off, my opinions about this one, like I said, I'm not really too big of a fan. Not too big of a fan on Shadow Destroyer. I will be honest with you. I think I don't know, it doesn't really fit my playstyle, to be honest with you, with the whole shadow build. I think you know, and this is just my opinion when I say that I feel like Shadow Destro is kind of a lazy build in my opinion. I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't know, I'm sitting here and I'm holding down right mouse button the entire time. I don't know, it just doesn't really fit my playstyle. The whole reason why I was always an Earth Destroyer is because I always love the feel of it. I love the whole, you got an animation cancel and you gotta burst DPS the boss as quickly as possible, or just to maximize the output of your DPS, right? I love that. I really do like that, the whole animation canceling and the whole theme and playstyle of Earth. But with Shadow, it's a whole different story for me. I feel like it's a little bit lazy. And I'm sorry, I don't want to offend you Shadow Destroyers, but this is just my opinion. I think it's a little bit lazy in my opinion. Some of you veteran Destros may even agree with me on that one, and you know, that's why you prefer Earth, such as me. But yeah, man, I'm just sitting here and I'm holding down right mouse button the entire time. I don't have to worry about animation canceling. I'm just holding it down, right? Whatever, do a couple judgments here and there to pick up some chi if Gale Force is off cooldown or on cooldown, and whatnot. Of course, this isn't the proper way you start it. The way I figured it out, as well as talking with my other Destro buddy in the clan, is you want to start off with a willpower buff. You got to get that willpower up, and you just go all out with the Eradicate. What I mean by that is you start off with the Q, and you have Wrath activated for a few seconds. Once that wears off, Stomp, Fury, and we're going, right? A couple of seconds until willpower is at about 6 seconds, then you go ahead and use that. And you're able to crit at 62k just like that. You have a little bit of Wrath up, and once that is away, you go back to this. Right? Just like that. That's pretty much how I see my rotation with Shadow. Yeah, not much going on here. You'll see some footage of me using it in PvE and whatnot. I'll throw that in the background, because why not? But real short video, man. I'm not really a fan of this this whole build or whatever. I just want to make that point across. For those of you who wonder why I don't really use Shadow a lot, or I'm not making the switch to Shadow. Yeah, I've been an Earth Destroyer since day one. I think I'm gonna stick with that shit, man. I'm gonna stick to my roots and just continue to play Earth for as long as I can. So yeah, do that. Get a little bit of that wrath going. Stomp for the fury. The reason why we stomp is because whenever you're in fury, your defenses are completely cut. So you want to use that what's it called? The stomp to bring your defenses back up, right? So yeah, if you time everything you just right, of course I'm a little bit sloppy since I don't practice this build a lot, but that's the general rotation for Shadow is, right? You got to keep that willpower up, and you got to get that wrath going, you know, and whatnot. If you're in Soul Burn, whenever you're in Soul Burn, what differs between this one and Earth is that with Earth you are using Wrath and Cleave at the same time. When you have Awaken Wrath in Soul Burn, but with the Shadow Soul Burn, you're pretty much just holding down left mouse button the entire time. That's pretty much all you do is when you're yeah. I wish I had an example. I don't know. I don't really have one with me at the moment, but just know that if you're a Shadow Destro, or if you want to know about that, if you're a Shadow Destro and you're in Soul Burn, you just hold down left mouse button the entire time. Of course, when you're Earth, you want to use Wrath and Cleave at the same time. Wrath plus Cleave does a lot of damage, of course, but that is the difference between the Soul Burn Shadow and the Soul Burn Earth Destro, I guess you can call it, right? So yeah, man, do some of that. Bam, get the fury. Make sure my focus is up to 200%. Make sure my willpower is at 6 seconds before I start the Eradicate. There we go. Now my willpower has been refreshed. Use a little bit of the Wrath and just, you know, keep going with the right mouse button. Just stick here with the right mouse button. Your focus should be up a lot because of this willpower. As you can see, max focus plus 100. So yeah. Yeah, so that's why, you know, your focus shouldn't be going down too much because of the willpower. I believe that's how it works. I don't know. You go ahead, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm an Earth Destro, so obviously I'm not the best Shadow Destro to get advice from since I'm not one. But yeah, if you want to make this work out like the best to its ability, I've heard that 60% critical is definitely recommended, but you can make this build work. If you have 57 or 58%, you can make it work, but it is preferred to have 60% critical. For me, as you can see, I only have 58%. Yep, 58%. So yeah, man, that obviously I don't have the preferred critical rate, but it definitely works. I could definitely make it work, man. So yeah, man. So there you go. Do some of that. One more time with the rotation. Bam, fury. Make sure that chi is up, or that focus. 6 seconds on the willpower, so go ahead and start your Eradicate. Get that 4 hits in. Use the rest of that Wrath that you got activated. And there you go. Bam. Just, you know, use Gale Force if you're running out of chi, or if you're, you know, you gotta heal up, you know, you gotta do that self-healing if you took a nasty hit, right? Because that's what Gale Force kind of does for you. It gives you back 50% of the damage that you've taken, right? So pretty good for self-healing. But yeah, man, that is the rotation. Some of the pros that I actually see about Shadow in terms of the difference between Shadow and Earth is that I will give this for Shadow. For one, I don't have to stand 3 meters, you know, 3 meters away from the enemy. With Earth, I have to stand about 3 meters, if not closer, but I can only stand about 3 meters away in terms of Earth. But with Shadow, I can actually stand up to, I believe, nope, maybe not even 5 meters. Was it 4 meters? Okay, 4 meters. No, 3 meters. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense, because I can stand like 4 meters with... maybe the practice dummy isn't necessarily the best. But as you can see, the area of Gale... Well, what is the area of Eradicate? Oh, it's 2 to 4. Okay, so 2 to 4 with Eradicate, but you can hit people up to 5 meters in an area with Gale Force, right? So, yeah. So I could stand about 4 meters right here, right? With Eradicate, but I can hit people. I can hit people up to 5 with the Gale Force, as you can see right there. So a little bit more range. I think I like that. I think that's pretty cool about this one. I believe with Earth, it's let's see. Well, that's 2 to 8, but that's because it's an initial burst. But I believe with the Cleave, it's just on target. Yeah, it's only up to. You know, this one's up to 2 to 4 as well, but it's on a target. It says. No, wait a second. No, that was because I was on Eradicate. Yeah, so it has to just be the area of the Cleave is just on a target, but with the Eradicate, I can stand up to 2 to 4 meters away. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing about Shadow. A little bit more range, right? It'll never hurt you. Definitely very good in Acromore, because if you're not the driver and you're a Destro, definitely you want to stand at least 4 meters away. I mean, it says to stand 3 meters, but I always stand 4 just to be safe, just to be extra safe. I stand 4 meters away from Acromore just so I don't get the mark, the bird mark or whatever, and then that'll do me some good. So that's why I actually only use Shadow on Acromore fights, just to play it safe. Of course, if I learned how to, if I don't depend on my clanmates so much and I get my lazy ass to learn how to drive, I would most likely be using Earth build, right? Yeah, Earth build. So yeah, man. Another cool thing, I guess just one more thing that's pretty cool about Shadow is that I actually have mobility. I have look at this, I have pretty much mobility with Shadow. As you can see, I'm moving around, but I'm still maintaining the eradicate hits, right? Moving around, whatever and whatnot. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's one thing I do like about the Shadow build, is that you know, you have some mobility with this build. Other than Earth, when it comes to Earth, I am a sitting duck. I'm an absolute sitting duck, and I'm pretty much just doing all my DPS in one position. I can't move. For example, if as you know, I'm right here, and I'm pretty much doing my damage. But if I start to move, I lose the rhythm of the cleave, right? I lose the rhythm of the cleave. And I can't do it. Even if I'm in range, I can only, you know, yeah. Even if I'm in range, I can't cancel that well at all. So yeah, that's one thing I do like about the Shadow, is that I'm not such a sitting duck like I am with Earth, and I have to pretty much just sit there and animation cancel. Whereas with Shadow, you know, as you saw before, I'm able to walk around. You know, fucking do some of this, right? Yeah, take that. Take some stardust in your face, man. I'm walking away around you. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Look at that. Take that. You know? Look at that. I'm in the air. I'm fucking in the air doing hits. Look at this. Look at me. Fucking, I don't know, Indiana Jones in this bitch, or something ridiculous. I don't fucking know. But yeah, that's yeah, lots of mobility with Shadow. You know, big difference from Earth. So yeah, man, that is pretty much my thoughts and opinions about Shadow. It's not my cup of tea. I don't prefer using it. I'm most likely gonna stick with Earth for the rest of my life. Hands down, I'm not a fan of the Shadow build. I think it's lazy. And like I said, I apologize to you, Shadow Destroyers. I don't want to offend you, but this is just. It's just my opinion, right? It is just my opinion. Please don't get triggered or get offended by it. It's just not my cup of tea. It's never been. I've always been an Earth Destroyer since day one. I love the style, and I don't want to change it up a bit, right? So yeah, man. Another thing though, in terms of gear, right? The possibilities of future gear patches and whatnot. Fuck, what am I trying to say with this? In terms of the gear in the future, okay? In terms of the gear in the future, I want to show something to you guys real quick. Shoutouts to Tony, the infamous Destro Tony, for making the cheat sheet. As you can see right here, man, this is very good, very good. I go to Destroyer and when it talks about all the next set. If those of you who haven't seen it, those of you who haven't seen the gear that we're getting for Destroyers after the Chokma, which is Black Tower, this is the one right here from Vortex Temple, Black Wind. This is the benefits that you get. So our Eradicate and our Cleave gets increased by 40% instead of 30, as well as the skill, our F skills get increased by 80% instead of 70. And if you look at this, our A-piece, Fury gets decreased by 20%, the cooldown, right? Pretty much the same benefit, almost the same benefit as the Seraph Axe. And the damage of Eradicate and Smash get increased by 100%, so that's going to be amazing. So this is the God tier Vopi set for Destros, is the one after Chokma, Black Tower. This is like, and I'm sorry for going off topic, but I just want to address this to you Destroyers out there, that if you think the BT Tower Vopi set is the shit, oh man, you just, god damn, you have no idea what we are getting next. This is just the peak, the epitome, the peak of what is to happen. No, just, we're not even scratching the surface yet. What am I saying? this right here is gonna be the peak, man. This is the highlight right here, the black wind. That we are gonna make a comeback off of that thing. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the amulets, since we're getting the amulets next patch, right? From Celestial Basing. This is it right here, as you can see, right? As you can see. If I want to, you have two different options of amulets. One of them you need to buy with raven feathers. The other one you need to buy with some, you know, flowers from the Lunar Twilight flowers. Yeah, the Lunar Twilight flowers. So yeah, so if you want to get the Shadow Amulet, as you could see, hang on. Pull down if that. Yeah, right. He's just filling buff of E. Yeah, okay. So, anyway, if you wanted to play, if those of you who are Shadow Destroyers, I wanted to address this something. If you really wanted to maximize the full potential of Shadow build, you're gonna have to buy this one right here, as you could see. This one, whatever this translates to, but this amulet that affects the Eradicate and the Gale Force, as you can see, while willpower is up, each successful Eradicate will reset the cooldown of Gale Force, is what it's trying to say. While willpower is also active, the successful proc of Gale Force will deal bonus additional damage equal to 350% of the AP. So that is definitely a huge buff towards Eradicate as well as willpower. All you have to do is keep that willpower up. If the willpower is up for as long as you can, pretty much what it's saying is you can spam Gale Force as much as you want, as well as it would do 350% of AP additional damage on top of that. So if you really wanted to maximize the potential of you know, Shadow, unfortunately you're gonna have to buy the one for Chokma. You're gonna have to buy the one that costs Raven Feathers. If you know, and obviously the Earth one, this one also affects Earth too, right? It reduces the cooldown for this one, reduces the cooldown for Mighty Cleave with the Chokma one. But if you want to get something, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is the one I'm going for. If you want a Mystic Amulet for the first week, that's gonna do you some pretty damn good, decent amount of that'll have a decent amount of buffs. I would say you should definitely try and pick up this one right here. This one right here, because as you can see, every time we use a left mouse button on our Wrath, it will reduce the cooldown by half a second of our Fury, right? And that's just an amulet. It works the same or pretty similar to this badge right here that I'm trying to get. That's for Shadow. This is like a Shadow badge right here. It reduces the cooldown of Fury by half a second on a successful Eradicate. So every time I'm eradicating right here, eradicate, another one, and, well, fucking ran out of chi, but I ended up doing, like, what, like 2, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 eradicates right there. That's almost like 2-3 seconds of the reduced cooldown of Fury. It works almost the same way, but instead of it being eradicate, it's your Wrath, right? And as we know, we spam our Wrath quite often when Fury is up. So every time you hit left mouse button during Fury automatically is already getting reduced. So that's pretty damn good. I haven't did too much research or thought about this one, but it's the successful first attack of our Ember Stomp will reduce the cooldown of Fury by 4 seconds. So that's pretty damn good in terms of, I guess if you want to reduce the cooldown of Fury by 4 seconds, you have to keep spamming your Ember Stomp, and I would say if you want to do that, that would actually work pretty well with the full set MSP, because with MSP, as you can see right here, the buff is not the thing. Pretty much the cooldown of this is 22 seconds. It's 22 seconds on our Ember Stomp and not 45 seconds. So every 22 seconds, you'll reduce the cooldown of your Fury by 4 seconds. But honestly, I really do prefer you trying to get this one right here. If you want a decent amulet that'll give you some decent, I guess, a decent benefit from it, right? And you don't want to spend your feathers. See, the thing about the feathers is, just the fact that they're not account bound just yet, it's gonna be a huge fucking waste of time if you buy. I mean, it's not a waste of time, but what I'm saying is, since it's not account bound, these things are pretty hard to come by. Unless you're, you know, constantly resetting Dawn of Kandahar or resetting Skybreak Spire and running it, you know, boss 1 through 4 and whatnot. If you're constantly running that raid, then you're getting feathers like it's pretty much nothing, right? That's fine. Buy this one. If you got all the feathers in the world, then buy this one if you're a Shadow Destroyer. But for me, I'm actually saving these feathers for my elemental accessories, right? I'm saving these for my elemental accessories, okay? These feathers right here, because you do need them to you do need feathers to upgrade your elemental accessories past stage 3, right? So that's what I'm pretty much saving it up for. But like I said, if you have all the feathers in the world, then go ahead and pick yourself up this one right here if you're a Shadow Destro. But if you want something that's cheap, yet still gives you a pretty decent, effective benefit from it, definitely try to pick this one up right here. You want to get your Fury, especially if those of you like me who do not have the Seraph Axe, you're a full-fledged Baleful Axe. You want to reduce your Fury down as best as you possibly can, just so you can constantly keep using it, right? Our Fury buff is obviously what gives us the most amount of burst DPS damage, right? And the more that we can use this, the more better. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that, and whatnot. So yeah, man. Sorry if that was a bit of a ramble. I didn't expect it to be that long, but hopefully if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, that's my thoughts and opinions about Shadow Destro build. I think it's not my cup of tea. I don't prefer it. I'm most likely gonna stick with what's it called? Earth, right? Fuck, what was I trying to say there? But yeah, I'm most likely gonna stick with Earth. I don't prefer the Shadow. And whatnot. Fuck, I don't know. Not much to say, man. I'm Earth Destroyer for life, right? So yeah, guys. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If any of you Earth Destroyers have any advice if you want to give me, or your thoughts and opinions about the Earth Destroyer build, or the Shadow Destroyer build, I'm sorry. Fuck, I can't speak today. Words are hard, man. But yeah, any Shadow Destroyers out there, you got any thoughts and opinions you want to throw in the comment section below, go ahead and share them. That is what the comment section is for, you know, to express your opinions and whatnot. I read all of them, and I'm pretty excited to see what you Shadow Destros have to say, and whatnot. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more to come your way. I love you all as always. Hope you're all having a very easy day. This has been the One Man Army, Mr. Easy for Life, and I'm out. Peace.
Thanks for watching today's video, guys. It really means a lot to me. If you like what you see, then don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, or even better yet, click that bell you see on the screen now to become part of the notification squad today, in order to get notified when a new video gets uploaded, increasing your chances to write first in the comment section below. Now, all my social media links are in the description box below, and if you don't give a shit about any of that, then just share this video with your friends, share this with your family, or even share this with your mom. Any support at all is greatly appreciated. I love you guys as always, and I hope you all are having a very easy day, and this has been the One Man Army, Mr. Easy for Life, and I'm out. Peace!